What's up, my people? Once again, this is Peter, and I'm back with another video. I'm reviewing the latest news and trends. Just, I think, one I would say particularly. Of course, there's inflation everywhere. There's inflation. All of us we know that. So, I've been reviewing on inflation, and also just a little bit about inflation, and also the latest wildfire on the internet. ChatGPT, this beast has taken over the world by storm. And most of us are wondering, how can you use this beast? So I have a simple app, I guess. These are some parts of the application I was working on initially. So we have this app, and we have a simple generated app by ChatGPT. The one I had is almost similar to this, but this app also is generated by ChatGPT. Yes, it's generated by ChatGPT, but I have a similar one, almost the same as the one I created. So for this one, I told it I'm about to do some. I wanted to know whether it can do tests, unit tests, and integration tests. And to my surprise, as you can see, guys, I'm proud of everything works well, and it's working completely well. So it was able to create the unit test, as you can see, even give you the steps, even the oh man. So these are the test how you will go about it, to test the integration test and all that. And I ask it, can you give me the code? As you can see, can you write the code for me? And you can see it was able to give the steps how to go about it. You check the mocks. You see, you are before that you do this your point, and then you have this. And so this just kind of a function. Just a full glimpse of the function, what it will take, and verify the order is confirmed. Send an event. So in this one we have a Spring Boot based microservices, and so this is a Spring Boot based microservices based in Java, and as you can see from here, it's able to create these functions. It's able to process the inputs, and now you're going to look up. You're able to test it using the Mockito Engine unit to my surprise. So you can use it for unit tests, and also you can use it for integration tests. And you can see all this stuff for unit test. Here for unit test, very verified, and you can see it create a lot of tests. So you can imagine all these tests. It's checking, like this one is test process, validation process, payment. So it's able to validate. So just it is taking the like 100 items, and it is checking the load surveys. It's able to calculate the points, and also checking. Well, you can imagine a lot when they are it's returning 100. It's also taking, also calculate when discount. It's also able to calculate the discount, calculate the points. So this is just the unit test to ensure that to verify whether the service has been done. Just small part of it, and as you can see, it's quite almost similar to what I have in my production app, and also what I have developed for my course. And so it's also testing the logs, as you can see from here. Not only that, where I say if you start, you can say continue. So maybe okay, let me see what I add. I also added asked it to do the PPT. Of course, this is what we do when we are doing the Scrum. The pigs PPTs are more about, it's able to explain to you more about what it is and how you go about it, like order processing. As a customer, I want to place an order, or blah blah blah, the scenario, blah blah. And then I went and asked you. So all these are, I asked you, can you do the cucumber test for the same for the behavior-driven test? Was able to do it for the test. So for this being a Kafka event-driven architecture, whereby this order service is able to, so the order service is querying the product service through REST API endpoint, and then it's also producing an event to be consumed by another service, which I'm here to create now. So we are going step by step. I just started with the order service, then I'll ask it to create the product service, and you see, guys. So this, it created the whole of behavior driven. How would you move? How would you move the move the inputs, move valid order by the order is valid. And you can see it's using Mockito library, and then uh, and the order is placed as in here. It is able to retrieve the product from the test service context. So you see all those functionalities, and then and here now to the DevOps, I told it now you are to deploy the application to UK using a Helm chart, and then see what it did for me, and then we could use a load balancer and write for me the deployment service manifest and all yada yada yada. See Istio service mesh, and to my surprise, it was easy for it. So there's YAML. Sometimes this is difficult to write by hand, but if you use service, it's difficult to write all this by hand. So using this tool, it's a good way, I noted, to be able to make your life easy. So you have a Kafka topic here, order confirmed. So Kafka topic, order failed. So you have all this. It's able to input them manually for you from the source code. And then it creates a manifest, as you can see here. So there are this readiness probe, whether the application is ready, yala yala go to HTTP, and liveness probe to check the liveness of the product. And then it's able to explain to you who they are here, as you can see. It's telling you drawing route traffic is ready. Readiness probe to determine whether the content is ready. And then you can see also the service management. Service management, essentially, they are service management. Service meshing is just to expose the endpoint to the gateway. So service meshing. So using Helm is package management for Kubernetes. And so those who are not aware, Helm is open source packaging tool. That's the way we have the packaging tools like yeah, we have. So Helm is useful for that. Instead of writing the bare deployment manifest in YAML, you can use Helm, and then you can see all this. It helps you make your work easier. So it was able to create the Helm, the values, and then I asked it serving mesh to load balancer. It can be tested, expose the service internal within a cluster to a load balancer. So as you see, then if you're giving it even the steps to create a Docker image, of course I had asked it even to create some bash script. Oh man, and it went ahead even to create for me bash script. Just copied it. I could just copy this and create it. Just copy this file and then run it. Of course I had to change the environment variables. So let me see. I have to change some environmental variables. And so I could just copy this code and just do few customization, and it's going to work. It's going to work because I see it is able to build the. So it's building the image here, and then here it's packaging the image. So instead of Docker push, it's just able to package the Helm chart. Package the Helm chart for the other microservices, and you can see also all the steps we usually do by hand, creating even the environment. Did it for me, and then it told me that our Apache Kafka, which is our event queuing application. No, so Apache Kafka here we use it as the event-driven microservice. So it's a message queuing platform. So we are subscribing to this. So we are listening to this. We are listening to Kafka cluster. Kafka. So we are okay. Now this one is just telling you that we are on this node. We are on this broker. So the broker, I say the broker is Kafka dash dash dash. And say the topic is order place topic and yada yada. So all that was done, and then set the environment, and then certainly so then it went ahead even to create this more environment variables for the order in which we are, the deployment. So this is all deployment, and then wait for the order promise. So it's explaining what it will do even. And then I also ask it, can we add Istio service mesh to the platform for traffic engineering? Also, we could use Ansible to automate the GKE creation. Well, yes, it said yes. It's possible to add Istio service mesh with the platform for traffic engineering. And then it gives you the steps. Just generally, you have to install the Istio binary, and then configure the order services, and then you go to all this stuff as you can see. So and then you can see it gives him the instruction to go about it, how to go about it, and then it creates for me the playbook itself. So I can just copy this playbook and run it. Just confirm whether maybe you have to change. You can even customize this playbook and give it the zone in which you want to to deploy. So you see. And the good thing with ChatGPT, the AI is able to remember, chat with you like one-on-one. It knows that you are creating this application on JKE, and it knows it's the order service and still standby. So it's just like a person, it can remember. Even I think it has a good memory, only that it loses the context of what you want to. And the good thing, also the challenge of ChatGPT, if you're using it for coding or creating this application, you need to know the how to tell it, the prompts. So this is where the engineering skills, like for me, like say this guy asked it, I asked it to GK creation. I also asked it to create the service mesh. So you have to understand service mesh. For example, service mesh, for those who don't know, when you have a normal Kubernetes cluster, the traffic interconnection could be an initial challenge where you have so many microservices running. And so one way to make it easier is to have a service mesh whereby it helps you to offload the rerouting. Let's say you want a product service, you want to migrate to product service, and then you don't want traffic to you want to go, let's say, to version 1 of the product service, or you want one service to be down, and so you want to create when you are doing, let's say you have a CI/CD, and then you want to upgrade the service, you don't want downtime. So what you want is to reroute the traffic to another service. So using Istio service mesh is able to, it can create for you. I think there is a service for Istio. You can see even here, even give you the so this one was yeah, I was just telling you how you can add other services, blah 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 blah. You could add other services, and then I went all the way far to ask it. Uh, Let me show you. Okay, this is just how to add blah 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 notification service products. And then I ask it, can you add a product service for using the product using the Spring Boot or Quarkus? So I'm just asking, telling now we want to add another service, and see, it's added another product service, give it a class, and then here you have the auto one is just to get this is just a component just to get the inputs without having to just auto add this without importing and all that, just without the cluster. So this is not the whole application. I could just tell it to create the whole application. So this is just a snippet of the code. But so personally, that is not the complete code. So using ChatGPT requires some tools. You could some of them they are not reactive, but as you can see, it's able to map the product by ID, create product, update, all those cool functions by our hands. So I love the tool. I can use it to fast. I can use it for developing my apps fast, and then creating, let's say, the entities, the mappers, the reports, the interfaces. Actually, yeah, I can use the interfaces. Even the unit test. Yeah, you can see that I can even create the unit test. And here is this is for Quarkus. So Quarkus is more cloud native than cloud native framework than Spring Boot, and so it's lightweight and also has few annotations. So you have this inject annotation, and then you have this is how you expose the API. So the product endpoint get product by ID, and so it looks more like a Flash based. If I feel like it looks like more Flash based, and it is lighter. So and so all that it went ahead to create all the product repository documentation. So you can see it went all that far, and it's mind-blowing. And then I asked it, what did I ask it? Oh, and then I even didn't ask it. It created the service by itself, but it knew that now I'm deploying to Kubernetes, and then I need a Kubernetes service. So I need a way to expose the internal service. I need a way to expose. Of course, you have to decorate the application. You have to get an image, let's say pull it, send it to Docker, or in this case, GKE. You have to send it there, and then once you send it, you can pull it. But here it created for me is when it is so this is a deployment manifest. You can see. So in this case, we are for this we are creating the product service, and so we are the container has already been created. So my registry took this image, and then this is what we are exposing to port 80, and so it's a root, and then we are using Postgre to persist the data. And so you have this environment variable, that these variables, blah blah blah, password and all that, and then it's also giving the readiness probe to check whether the app is up and down and all that you can see. And so it also created the service to expose to the outside world, as you can see. So the product service, blah blah blah. Just what you know that the kind here is a service. It's not a deployment. So we are mapping to this. It's a node pod. So this is for the service. And then we have. Can you have it deployed in GKE using hem? And as before, it blew my mind, and you can see this showing that we're in version 2 of the product service. It created all this, and we're exposing it to port 30,001 and all that stuff. So we're able to expose the app, and I just go quick because the app is getting long. And then it's also keep the help chart for it, all that yada yada. Then it's able to see also create for the environment variables. Okay, this is for the bash. Okay, this is just some bash scripts I want to just copy this and export to my terminal, GKE terminal, and then I'll be able to log in and all that. Can you add the product? And then I'll tell it to add the product service to the Istio service. And then suddenly you see it was able to give you how to go about it. Then if you don't, but you need some skills to know what you're doing. For example, in this, you must know some jumps about it. But it makes your work easier because it's just telling you this. You just open it. Just be confirming the namespace here where you have the Kubernetes namespace. I mean, it is correct because you don't want to put the wrong one. So you just confirm the namespace is okay, and you give it, and then you can see what I was explaining about the Istio. So this uses the sidecar proxy, install of pods in the system, and then it is giving you the instruction to deploy the service. You enable traffic management for the product service. You need to have a virtual service and a destination node and a service center, for example. So it's telling you need all this for Istio. And so this is looks like Kubernetes manifest, but this is a virtual service. Just like we have a virtual service for Kubernetes. In this case, for Istio, you have a way of you have this product service, and then you're exposing its version for this. This is a product service destination we are routing to. We give it a weight, and then so this is just a virtual service, and it defines how we are routing the destination. So you see, we are saying the host is there. This is the microservice, and we are this is version 1 of the app, and then we are giving it a weight of 100. So if you say a weight of 75, you could even tell ChatGPT, I want to give it a weight of 75, so that 25% of the traffic will go to version 2. Let's say you have a different version of the app, and it will route to that. Then I think I went further ahead and asked it to. So it created the virtual service, as I said, and so this is the virtual service. So just for the product service, so that was the destination one. The initial one was virtual for the product service. Virtual. Let me see. What's the different? looks kind of same. But yeah, the virtual service resource to the product service. To give you all that. Then give you even take of one to you just copy this one and apply product service virtuals YAML, this YAML. You just copy this, give it that YAML, and then you have this destination loop. Okay, destination is how now you are going to implement the. So this is a destination loop. So that's how you're going to go about it. Version 1, version 2, as you can see, how you're going to engineer the traffic, and then you can apply using that. To determine. And then I asked it. This was wonderful. Can you add a Jenkins CI/CD deployment pipeline for blue-green deployment to the product service and other service? And suddenly, I was amazed also that was easy for it, as you can see. So we have a Jenkins pipelines here with all the tests, as you can see, and you could add further than that. You could go further than it can not only create the code for you, some of the code, although we come sometimes with errors, but generally most of the codes here they are correct. But I have noted a few bugs when I was using the app. But generally, I would say 95% of the code is working. Especially this DevOps automation, this is pretty helpful and ease your work of writing manually and all that good stuff. So, and then you see, we have this Jenkins pipeline. You're going through this stage of deploying, pushing the registry. All this is done for you automatically by this open source AI. It's amazing. It's amazing. And then I asked it, awesome, can you make life easier by adding some WeaveWorks GitOps to the development workflow? And you can see, it gave me the instruction. Let's say for GitOps is where integrating the Git integration with the coding. So I just want to make my life easy. I want just to use Git to deploy my infrastructure and all that. And then it gives you the instruction how to go about it. So GitOps is a nice way of when you want to make your work easier. You could use WeaveWorks, GitOps, or you could have GitHub Actions. You could also go with Flaxity instead of with Flax. But in this case, I just used with. Then you get the structure. And then, can you write script to automate that? Well, because telling me maybe I don't know. Let's assume I don't know what is Git or how do I go about all that stuff, how to push to repository, and so essentially it's telling you set a repository to GitHub, install WeaveWorks, Flax. So instead of using Stack Overflow, searching all these things, blah blah blah, this helps us because you have the solutions directly. In case it's not working, that's when you can go to asking other people, or we can go to Stack Overflow or other forums. And so you see, we can be able to define our. It's able to do quite a lot. We used to search a lot. Imagine searching all all the logs for all the. You imagine searching for bugs, solutions to bugs. We find ourselves lost searching there, but now here it is. It is there already, and the solution they are already done for you. So, okay, I want to show you how it give me the script actually to do that. So these are the steps. Can you write me the script to automate that? And well, you see, give me some bash script. I could copy this and just install WeaveWorks, how to go about it. This is just directly copied from the WeaveWorks documentation. I can see that how you go about it. So it's able to scrap the web. Okay. To be clear now, ChatGPT is not connected currently to the internet, but for during that time, this is how it was. And so, as you can see, so these are the instruction how to go about it. Then you can go move. So some of the documentation could have changed, even some binaries when you are trying on it. And so you can see, so it's able to store, get this into. You can use this application to copy it, namespace, here on the ellipsis, flags, and all that. Then you can use your email address, a lot. And so maybe to just test, I could tell it now. Let's say now. Uh, Now I would give it some instruction. Let's say, for example, I would like, let's say let's say I would let me say, for example, I would tell it, for example, can you write a quick order service? Maybe now let's say, can you write, let me assume that I'm creating now. I want this order. So this is a producer, and it's producing an event to the inventory microservices. So we could ask it to write for us how that would go on, how async function is. So let me try this one and see how it would be. There are many ways of going about it. Create the inventory structure. So I could just copy. I would just say now. Okay, let me just see how it will go. Now, can you create for me the inventory storage service to consume the order. I could even write in quotes. Let me write in copy. Order praised events from the order service. So use Kafka topics, and I would say that, and so this order service, so and this inventory service checks for the stocks availability by querying the product service database. So please maintain Spring Boot as a framework. So we are telling it to create for us a notification. Let's see how to go about it, and then so that's what you can see now. This is the power of the magic of AI. And so it's creating for us a service, and then it's giving it let's see. So you see the magic now. You can imagine this magic. So see the magic now. It's creating for us a class inventory service, and then we are mapping all that. We are logging, even we are logging the events, and then it's creating a Kafka topic, and then it is taking an order. So we are taking the order received object from the object. Yeah. So and then maybe I write the whole complete program. Let me show you how to tell it to write the whole complete program, because this is a snippet of it, because we don't have imports, we don't have configuration. This is here is a product service that makes it speak out to the product service. Here is a product service client that makes it speak out to the product within the REST template. Wow. So the REST template is used for doing the RESTful calls. So you can see, because the product service communicates using REST, so it has to have those elements. That's why you see it has this one. Maybe you could also could you add log4j? Yes, so this is log4j. Yeah, you can tell it to complete the program. Can you complete the program So it gives us more code. Let's see how it just give us more code. And I'm excited actually. It's quite exciting, and I hope you're excited. Yeah, see, I'm blown off, completely mind-boggling. See, not complete because there is no input, but generally you can see this is this is a product service. So this is a product service, this is an inventory service. So we also have to add to our properties, app properties. I think it hasn't add that one also. We have to add some. What about the config? So this is just an implementation of Java for those who have not used Java. So just some app config. Okay. Can you add the app config? The configuration property. So it's gonna do this for you. Oh, I think I got stuck, but as you can see, sometimes this is the problem of relying on the charts and bots and all that. Sometimes when you want to use it, you will sometimes hit. So sometimes when you hit this error, the one thing you can do is open another tab and continue from there. But sometimes that sucks, and that's why you need also to know how to learn to code, go to school, go to a boot camp, and start learning to do all this. Take time, it's not easy, it's difficult, to be honest, but your efforts will eventually pay off. So I think that we conclude this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. So you have enjoyed and you've seen the power of AI. I could ask it as a general question, like let's say chat. Let me ask it some general question, for example. Just general question, you see. So it's not only used for this creating code, even creating unit tests and all that. You can use it to create any kind of business. For example, we have an NGO. Let's see. There's a DNS issue. People are using this beast mercilessly and they are breaking it. I think this is gonna replace Google in a long time because I like Google. Oh man. Okay, maybe I'll make another video and showcasing because let me test my network. Speed test, internet check. Let me see whether my internet is good because I think my network is good. It's not DNS, so I have to check DNS routing. I should go and ping DNS, ping Google. So Google is working well, of course. I know that. Trace route to 8.8. Maybe so. You see, my internet speed is quite high. Then I don't think that could be an issue. Then I should ping and try to trace to have a trace route call to Google. Let me try to do a trace route to Google. I don't know why my DNS is CMD. I have to get net start. Then anyway, I can do a trace route and ping later. I'm getting a DNS. Maybe I've been. Oh man, this is important. Let's ping Google to see. Of course, it's pingable. You could ping this OpenAI, openai.com. We see what could be the issue with the DNS. So this is testing connectivity. Connectivity, of course, is fine. If you want to open another tab here, we test for traceat. DNS issues, traceat. Windows, I think, is traceat. Traceat. openai.com. Let's see. Sometimes there are many ways. So we can see that we have a number of loops, and let's see how long it takes for that response to reach us. Okay, let's see. Because our speed, they are awesome. You can see now we have 4 microseconds. a latency of 4 microseconds, and then we are hitting a DNS issue. I know my interface. I don't want to show my IP address because for security issues, I don't want to show my IP addressing and all that, and my interface. But I can open for my second monitor. I have a second monitor, but for now, I'll continue to troubleshoot this issue. I don't know. I haven't experienced this issue before, but as you can see, we are many miles or hops from OpenAI, and I'm connected to Liquid Telecom. Yeah. So let's see, there are some routers on the way. Like this router is having some highly some implementation, but I guess they're just 9 hops from the OpenAI gateway, which is one that this IP address. So DNS is working. So when you see this, it shows that DNS is working quite well, because there's no way you can route to that. You can route to that without. So it's just a matter of internal. Maybe it's a DNS internal server issue with the application. It's saying we can Google this. We can Google this error and see what could be the issue. OpenAI error 16. We can Google this. Now this is where we have to use Google to for this question. OpenAI. Let's see what is this error. We are on Windows. Okay, so this is just saying they're missing. Maybe I hope just some showing that OpenAI is having issues, is having timeout. Oops, but then we are back to OpenAI. You see, now we are there. I think it was some issue because many people are using it. It was unresolvable at that time. I was wondering because when you use ping, see that the ping is still going, the trace out is working well. And so let's see, let's ask it some ideas about, let's say, I have the, let's now go from away from code. Let's say we are building let's see, let's say we have this, and this is a fact. This is an organization I work for part-time. It's called IT Africa, non-profit profit organization, and we focus on climate change mitigation using technology and youth empowerment. Can you give me 3 areas of implementation we can work on and have tangible we have we say positive impact. So you see, it's not only used for coding, you use it for anything you want, like Google. See, now I just developed for it. So we have Idea Africa for those who Idea Africa. I just want this it's a youth project organization. So let's focus on it. So it's giving you some ideas, and then maybe from here, you see. So this is organized. Once it opens, I'll just show you more about it. So we could code an idea with it. Let's see whether we can code an idea with it. This is the power of OpenAI. Just take an implementation. So this is a website. Still not fully complete, but we focus on, as you can see, we also use technology to help organization, and also we focus on building networks for the youth, we strengthen youth. So a lot. So this website went just recent upgrade. So when you see Roland Ipsum, don't worry, it just went under recent changes, but we are going to pump it and fill it. So what we do, many other things. So maybe we'll be looking for guys who will be interested also to work with us, partner with us in accelerating youth development, as you see, building networks and all that, strengthening the youth, and then having climate smart agriculture, observation, use GIS and all that, artificial intelligence. Yeah, we also do some part of artificial intelligence like data visualization, data analysis, and yes, we do help organizations to analyze data and all that. We have clean energy technologies like garbage collection and smart automation, blockchain, carbon, and all that stuff. And maybe even for solar fix, we help organizations, and organization. We also help individuals, farms, and other things to go green. So using solar, IoT, and also maybe it's also for increasing campaigns for the youth. So we help raise awareness to the youth for climate aware, and also for not only climate change, the impacts of climate change. Also, so who we are, what we do, you can see what we do, and all that. So I'm going to update this site, and maybe I can use ChatGPT to automate this kind of jobs. But what I'm saying, we haven't been updating all the stuff, all the things on the website, because we've been focused on many things. And as I said, I was just recently working on a school project and all that. So let me see how I can use, maybe later I can use ChatGPT to help update the site quickly. Would be fantastic, and add some functionality. But you can see the ideas now. ChatGPT is giving me some ideas. So I think my degree is nearing. I don't know what time it is, but I think we are most. So carbon capture. This is one hot trade: carbon trading, yeah, and storage, renewable energy. So we could reduce greenhouse. Yeah, that's something. As I said, renewable energy. What we do, creating. Let's show what we do. Renewable energy. So maybe we could create an application. Fusion, technology, building, transportation, blah blah blah, all that. Renewable energy. Okay, renewable energy is one of the hot areas in carbon trading, carbon capture, storage. So maybe carbon capture storage involves capturing carbon dioxide and all that. So these are areas we could carbon capture. So we could have an IoT to help in that. So it's not an easy one, but I think the one we can focus on is renewable energy. Can you give us a way to create an renewable energy IoT? You see, technical. So can you suggest some renewable and the application focused on, let's say we want to use, instead of using focused on firewood, mitigation, firewood, on reducing firewood usage. So let's assume we can give such examples for, anyway, let me type that one. I see what it will give for us, and then maybe we could go about that. So you see, we have solar cookers and all. Maybe we could have a biomass stoves. We want to create an application. We are developers. Let's see. So ChatGPT is useful for, let's say you want to create a paragraph of all these things. This is an essay, you could write a letter, you could have all this, but give also ideas, because it is for the, okay, this is cells. Okay, we could think of hydroelectric system use of hydroelectric. We want to reduce firewood use, solar cookers. So solar cookers, I think that's a good one, because yeah, of course we focus on using, let's say in ID Africa, we focus on earth observation tools, like how to use, let's say, sunlight, how to use all that, movement of clouds, animals, and even, as you can see, solar. This is an installation we did somewhere to our client. So, so using solar and all that is something we can go about. Go on and on and on. So from here, maybe you could tell it now, ChatGPT, let me just try this crazy idea. We want this solar, we want this solar cooker to be able to, let's say, boil water. Let's say when the water is when the water is so cold. Can you create a solar meter? So we could have a solar water automation tool to monitor water level and temperature level, and initiate solar initiate the program to start heating the water side, let's say swimming pool. Let's say we are swimming pool when this is just fictional, we don't use firewood for heating the swimming pools, but that's just for example. When the temperatures, we could even say not even swimming pool, fall below, let's say a house below 15 degrees. Please use we'll use Java Spring for API endpoint. The API endpoint and React, and make a React client to consume the API endpoint using I have it by utilizing a button. So let's say we will be querying please create this as Java Spring Boot backend. So you have to tell it what you want, backend for the API endpoints, Spring Boot for the API endpoints, to track the water levels of the water, what do you call it, water heater container, water heater, is it container storage, Yes. So anyway, forgive me for my terrible English, and as you can see, sometimes you have terrorizing. I'm saying that's an endpoint. So just this is the final one I'm just making, just to showcase we have an API. We could use Quarkus for that matters. Let's use Quarkus for that because it's lightweight. Java Quarkus. Okay, this you see. Let's see what our application will create for you. Then to monitor water level. And now this closes the end of this debate. So I hope you're motivated, guys. And what you see, you could have an endless, unlimited. So I'm motivated actually. This is epic. This is mind-boggling. So it's mind-boggling. Wait, you can see now. Oh man, see guys, what I was telling you. This is fabulous, fantastic. Water level, when the water falls below this level, is able to initiate. Then, so this is in this way we are able to preserve the heating, and then maybe cooling. We could also even add all that. You can see this is fabulous and fantastic. It is able to check water level, blah blah blah. So this is something I had not thought actually. Something I'm just thinking as I'm creating, and then I'm going to test this one actually. I can test this one using Spring Boot. My IntelliJ, I could. Then we create a React component to consume this endpoint using a button. Wow, you see, okay. Now you see, just tell it continue. Just imagine this is. You can imagine you have a React component to be able to consume, and we are using React hooks, use effect hooks. This is a hook, and then it is able to query this and then if it's done, you can imagine all that. Start hitting, handle hitting, lifecycle method. This is a React lifecycle method. We set start hooking, return now, blah blah blah. So we are creating an idea and then implementing it. So this we have this is a header, paragraph. We have some button to start hitting, stop hitting. Well. So this is a manual interface. So the code creates a React client that displays the current water level and temperature and provide button to start and stop hitting process. The client consumes the API endpoints provided by the Quarkus backend to retrieve the current status of the water heater and to control the heating process. I hope this helps. So this is fabulous, completely fabulous. I'm mind blown by this, and it's awesome to imagine that this is happening. So it's fetching the data. It will be this is a client. This is a simple client. So use effect. Let me just show you. We are using React components, and to query, we are using this fetch. Okay, we are using fetch. Then the return data. We are querying this HTTP, our backend here, which has been created by our AI here. And so I'm just you can make even tell it, can you complete it, can you optimize it, and you can imagine you can just this one will go to the POM of the app. This can go to the POM of the app. So this will go to the dependency. We'll add all these Quarkus and all that. Water heater. You have a class water heater, checking the temperature, checking the water level. The levels here low, blah blah blah. And we could add unit tests. We could add all this. We ask it to optimize it. We tell it. Can you we could add events also. Can you make another service, another notification service, microservice to microservice to so this one is to send to using the event-driven architecture by consuming events. So this is an application event produced by our water heater service and notifying us by SMS when the water level gets too low. So we can send someone to go and check. So we can just, I don't want to go even, you just know, you just see. It will create another service, and then we get using event driven. We could use even Apache Kafka so that we can be able to get consumers. So we have a topic, we'll get a topic and all that. You can see. So you just tell it this is what you want, and then it's able to create for you awesome content. But you have to check it yourself. I think I have to run it now. Let me let me see. I have to create a new project and then import all this, but it's not complete. So since I'm just creating a string and all that, so using Twilio, even I can tweak this. Instead of using Twilio, I can tell it to use Africa Talking APIs and all that, and just it could also give add payment and all that. So we'll add dependency and then create a new project. Let's see. We can create a new project. So the full app, I'll just copy some of the code. I'll copy it and create the app. Actually, I'll see whether they will be working, because I'll create a new Spring Boot application. And let's see. I'll create a DSA, a module, and okay, so subscribe. Okay, just tell it to continue. I'll try it actually. Actually, because the video is getting long, I don't want to continue. And I'll be fixing some of the parts which is not working. And I think using events, I like using event-driven architecture. That was my project for a whole year while I was doing my computer science. And so I want to see what events are being produced. Incoming water level, water heater events. So you can see the events. Low level, get water level, your phone number, water level is low, please fill the water. It's quite mind-boggling. And all this, and then it's giving the brokers we are using on this broker, they are messaging on that, Quarkus. So Quarkus is good. You can Dockerize. Can you Dockerize? Can we deploy this app to AWS EC2, AWS Elastic Cloud ECR using Helm. Let's say we go that further. Can we deploy this app to and then if you AWS, you can now, this is the end of it. You know already. I don't have to go further than that. We are deploying the app. We'll be deploying the app to AWS using Jeep, using Quarkus, blah blah blah. All that. It's mind-boggling, guys. It's amazing. So it show you the steps how to go about it and all that. So I'll just copy this. Let me just create a new project on my IntelliJ so that I can be able to new project. So I'm creating the project. I'm able to, and then I copy these apps. Okay, show me the code. Show me the bash scripts to do that. So as I open my IntelliJ, you can see now. Ladies and gentlemen, what else do you want? AI is going to help our jobs. It's not going to replace us because there are many things it can't. Let's say debugging the app, you're required to be there to knowing the domain. And for example, my strength actually as a since I came from the ops or DevOps side, I used to be a network engineer for quite long, and then software development is something I picked on. So and actually I started in Kubernetes. Yeah, so that's where my interest to study coding started because I was interested in Kubernetes for amazing stuff. I could see how it is helpful in deploying apps and all that. So you can see how to deploy ECR, set ECR, and then go ahead, continue to continue. So just have it deployed to AWS instant. So AWS Elastic Clouds, you can see a lot. So it is giving us some stuff. And now since the video is getting awesomely long, I want to stop it from there. This is just creating the Docker container and then pushing it to Docker, creating a script. Then we have a simple app, and then I'm gonna test it actually. So we'll have to create and we could even change the app to Node.js actually instead of using Quarkus. But the reason why I used Quarkus is because I wanted to have some pilot code application. And so that's it for me. Thanks so much, guys. I'll just create this up and I'll test it. I don't have the time to go about that. But so you can see the ideas. Let's say in this water application, let's say this backend, it's simple. We are having this class water resource, and then we are taking temperature. We could even force it to be able to respond, to send responses. So in this case, it's not sending response. Can you? Yeah, we are not telling it to send response. So it's not still continue. Let's just tell it continue until it gives us the finalized thing. Yeah, so it's continuing to do the YAML, which we are going to paste into our ECR. So it's giving us this is what we are going to do, memory of all that when the printing, deploying. Yeah. It's awesome. It's awesome, guys. Continue. Just tell it to continue. Oh, continue. Mm. Well, we are returning back to where we were initially, but you get the sense. It will help you to go about the steps for those who don't know. And of course, you must know some of the steps you need. For example, these are for the good steps. Oh, this is the POMO. For using with POMO, this is just our dependency. These are the dependency, what we need, the steps you see in the plugin. You have to, sorry, this is the artifacts which we have. These should go to the POMO. These are the steps for deploying actually. Yeah, those are the steps we add into our POMO. Oh, okay. I'll just create an app and then I'll call it water heater. Water heater. So water heater, and then contain. So even using Spring Boot, you see it's a Spring Boot based application. Let's see whether I have Quarkus here. I must have Quarkus. Oh, it's a Quarkus. Yeah, there already. Quarkus is already there. Spring. Then just give it water. So this I call it fuel resilience, fuel mitigation, conservation. Even I can add some algorithms for AI for auto tuning all that. Fuel conservation app. I call it fuel conservation app. I'll deploy it. It will be based on Java, and then create a Git repository, and then I'll push it to Git. Of course, I'll be using version 8, just a number version 8, and then group ID. I think I've given it. Let me just give it ID Africa. So it's .org dot idea Africa. So that's our organization. Let's create that. So this one we are going going to do? So we are using that, we'll be using so all this I'll do later. There are so many things, so I won't waste your time just showing all the whole thing. You have the best tool and it is there, and it's there. You can see it. You can create the manifest, you can create all that, you deploy it, and so much. And that concludes the end of the that concludes this video. Please keep in touch with us, ID Africa. In case you have a query, please log in, please tune in, please fill this form, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, like this video, share, and always a pleasure to catch you. So AI is here with us to stay. It is helpful, make our lives easier, whether we are developers or anything we do. So it's quite exciting and exciting to see how AI, how technology is catching up to reverse some of the things which are happening, like inflation. Things are getting expensive here and there. Fuel is very expensive now. It's even scarce in many areas, and so life is becoming hard for most of us. But with technology, I think life is now getting easy because now we have the power of Google. We have the power of OpenAI. These bots, these applications come to help us to be able to make our lives easy. We can use this app to create a website, to create anything. We can use them even to create a website, to answer anything, answer question, be our like remember. It can be a calendar, task to do. It can, I think later it will scan document. They will add that functionality. Even there is an API actually. Let's say you have an application. Let's say you are creating this application and you want to integrate the power of ChatGPT, OpenAI. So there is an interface. Let's say you want to create. You can use this. It has a backend endpoint where you can use this chat OpenAI GPT in a website or to do other things. It can be able to query even other website as your background process. So you can use it as a background process in your application to be able to do a lot of stuff. And that video will come in the next video. Please, thanks so much for staying that long. And until next time, I do hope you're fine, and we'll catch up. Until next time, enjoy and please support us in the climate change and of course dialogue. We focus on technologies to help focus. We bridge the gap between poverty and all that. As you said, we help. Let's say we based in Africa, so we read on climate change, sustainable development, the street schools and all that. We also help students to code. We help schools in coding, providing laptops. So there is an organization we collaborate with sometimes of schools with laptops, install the software and all that. And of course, it's very important also to have hope in life. And so we think of environments rapidly changing and all that thing. But this is not, the talk was not about that. It was about the power of AI. So ChatGPT, so OpenAI, as you can say, OpenAI. So OpenAI was a topic of this course, and I'm excited. And the video, please keep your eyes tuned to developments, and hope to see you until next time. Enjoy, guys. Please like, subscribe to this channel, and until next time, see you. For any comments, for feedback, you know the drill. Goodbye.